My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is July 30th, 2023. It is 2:18 a.m. I really was not gonna record today, but I was trying to keep up with things. I'm uploading some stuff on my Patreon, and the trip that I took to Ellis Island and Statue of Liberty, I sort of arranged it in different parts, sections and stuff like that. So yesterday I did part 1. It's upload, it's live. And part 2, while I'm in Ellis Island, I was gonna work on it, and I was like, let me check on Twitter and see what's going on. There was really nothing major to talk about, but if you shuffle through Twitter, you'll find some stuff. So I ended up gathering at least maybe 16 tweets. I would say there's a little bit residual regarding the ByLine investigation regarding Dan Wooten from what they did yesterday. I think yesterday they had part 5 out. So there's one tweet that I come across, and it makes sense to share that tweet with you. A little bit of discussion and things about Harry and Meghan, how their debacle with the royal family sort of started. I grabbed some tweets from that, and things regarding suit, and then 2 or 3 tweets that somewhat at the end that has nothing to do with the Sussexes. So I thought I'd share them with you, and this is why I'm recording. Other than that, there's not really any major topic to discuss. So I'm just trying to get ready for Invictus. I was not gonna touch anything to record because I'm pretty good. I think I have enough. By the way, this is my background, $307.20. Yeah, I'm pretty good until what is it, August 6th. As a matter of fact, I'm uploading 2 videos. There's August 7th, and I think this one August 8th. So these videos that I've already edited and upload, I just never upload them. This is yesterday's recording. I just realized I didn't upload them, so I'm uploading them now, and then I already scheduled them for the 8th. Today, actually, the residual that I'm gonna talk about with the ByLine, it's making reference to this article, part 5, that ByLine had put out yesterday, and I read it in this video that I'm uploading now. So I'm just gonna make reference to it. I'm not gonna read it over again. And yeah, and let's check this page for record purposes. $307.20. And yeah, the thing that I was gonna work on was for Patreon to share with you, but you sort of have a glimpse, okay, based on this video. I mean, I went over really quick. I think how many minutes? 4 minutes. So I cut a couple things out here and there just to give you an overview. And this is why I said you don't really have to. I mean, I should not be saying that. I should ask you to come and sign up for Patreon to support me, but this is why I said you don't really have to. I'm trying to be as honest as possible with you. I show everybody a little bit of everything. So if you want to see the full whatever I was able to capture on my phone, and some from my husband, he had the good camera, and I had my phone, and I need to buy a new phone, by the way. So that's what I'm showing you on Patreon. This sort of summarize everything for you. So and I told you guys I'm not gonna have membership on YouTube. If you want to support me, just go on Patreon. There's $5, there's $10, there's $50 if you have the extra, but everybody's gonna see everything. All right, on YouTube here, I give you an overall of everything. People have donated to PayPal and Cash App. I appreciate that. If you don't feel like you want to do Patreon, okay, Patreon is just another option for you to help me to support my channels, all of my channels that related to the Sussexes, our parts of service, this channel, and PYTE. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. Enough of the talking. This is the first tweet. This is what I was talking to you about that made the residual of the ByLine. I'm gonna click on it just to have the link for you guys to read, because I read it already. Okay, it's on that video that's uploading. The link will be in the description. Oh, let's go back. That's not the one I'm gonna go through. It's this one. Okay, the one that ByLine had posted, I already went over it. Okay, so let's get started. This story is very concerning. There is irrefutable evidence that Wotten's conduct was known to his employer. It's also factual that he was reported to the police. If the wider media continues to remain silent, then we can only conclude that some are afraid of what's on his tapes. Okay, or who among them is on his tape? All right, so that's the discussion here. Andrew, who's that? Andrews, who the hell is that? Global Citizen. Okay. Sarah Data. Okay, so that's one of the squaddies. I follow her. Y'all need to walk me through this madness. Okay, I agree. Radio silence. What are they afraid of? Said little man got their tongue. The cat got their tongue. Oh my god. Poor dog. He wants to play, but the cat doesn't want to play. Okay, exactly. At Mail Online, still published his column on Schofield, knowing everything, and the projection is an entirely different level. Okay, Mail Online knew of serious criminal allegation of a sexual nature about its columnist Dan Wootton, and may yet fail to report them to the police, and continues to publish his work on 5 occasions. ByLine Times can reveal. And one thing I realized with those men, it doesn't matter which part of the world you are in, they always get them when it comes to sexual activities. Okay, you know who uncovered this? Someone in Russia did that, and when he realized this work and this have gone globally, okay, this is how he got I don't know, more to this, and spread it out to his minions to do that. And it's going on in the US too. They got a couple of them in the US. The Epstein, all of them, they all are the same. All they need to do, they want their foot soldiers to go and do their work for them and capture them. They always get those men when it comes to sexual nature activities. Okay, then Wotton, I told ITV about Philip Schofield's affair with his young colleagues in 2019 and urged them to investigate, but they dismissed it as malicious gossip. What follows look like nothing short of a cover-up. Mind you, oh my god, Mail Online column. Meanwhile, he was doing the same thing in a different aspect. But for him, he was behind something else. They would not know it was him. He pretended to be someone else online. Okay? And he's capturing people left and right. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll take Prince William. Got secret for 500. That's regarding this, the main thing here. Okay, so that's that. Okay, whatever's on the screen, I move on. Okay, how many times have we said the tabloid or blackmail operation masquerading as a newspaper? If they don't protect Dan Wootton now, why would the employees stick their neck out to gather info illegally? The press are sticking together to protect their way of life. And this is the thing that I was saying with the first time that I come across where it's to a tweet. It's in one of my videos, probably on PYTE, when they said that whoever was working with the palace and was with some sort of a politician, I was like, what? That's a huge mistake. Why would they hire someone who's a politician? Now they're gonna know how the inside palace works. This is what I was talking about. One of many things. Okay, probably one of them within inside go and tell his buddy this is how you could get him, and then the other one went to work to get him in that aspect. In my humble opinion, I did say it. You don't get politician. This is why I also thought that the UK had 3 branches: I consider the royal family as one branch of the institution that made up of the UK. And then you have the court system and you have the elected officials. Each one of them should be individually separated. Each one of them should be checking each other out. But when all of them are working together, right now, I would say the court is still holding okay. Alright? Only the court, I would say. With the exception of what happened to Johnny Depp. That I have to make sure to differentiate that part when it comes with the court. Something wasn't right over there. But the court is still holding on. But everything else, they're working as one. This should not be. There should be a check and balance. So the minute they start hiring politicians into the institution, this is where the problems start. They know how the inside work. Now they go tell their body, this is how this works. This is how they do. This is how they do their thing. I was right again. The only people who get me of what I'm saying right now is those who've been listening to some of my podcasts since PYTE. Because I've said this already. The C word you're thinking of is collusion. Yep. And the fear runs deep and high at the top of the, what's that? Triangle ruler. Okay. Yep. And the fear runs deep and high at the top of the triangular ruler of the establishment, politics, press, media, royal family, institution, allegedly. I mean, they all work together as one. But it's just, this is the thing also. The institution, the royal family, their eyes were away from the prize. What was the prize? You're a freaking establishment. You're heir to the throne. You're gonna be the top, of the chain to rule the. You're not gonna rule. You're not elected, but your position was set. You should remain up there. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on anyone else who's, how the country will run. But instead, their eyes misguided. They focus on Harry and Meghan. Meanwhile, when Harry and Meghan were looking out for them, were working for them, was trying to put them on the map further. Okay, as hard as this may sound to people in the UK, yeah, nobody outside. Well, I will not say nobody. Majority of people around the world do not give a F about the institution in the UK. All right. So meanwhile, you have Meghan, who was pretty much an icon in her own right. Okay, she was a quiet one, but yet a lot of people know her, follow her, millions of followers. She brought the eyeball to them. Instead of behaving in a manner that is respectable, but instead they're acting like childish, foolish, selfish. You just think of any word that's not really appropriate for anyone at this level to behave. Okay. Meanwhile, those people who's working with them, getting information, leaks left and right, thinking that they're hurting Harry and Meghan. Okay. Meanwhile, they were digging their own grave. This is, so to speak. So now, Harry did say it in the Oprah interview that they are trapped. They are trapped. Harry saw it and tried to look out for them, but instead they throw Harry under the bus. Just because people around you saying yes sir, because of your freaking position, you should have known that already. Because of your position, people will lick your boots. Those people. You see the amount of damage that they do for so little. So can you imagine what they will do to you? So those people around you saying yes sir, they're laughing with you, they're partying with you, they don't give a shit about you. They just want to be seen with you, and at the same time trying to get information to destroy you, because everybody wants your position. Oh my goodness. Harry was the voice of reason over there, but they kicked him out of there. Alright, and Harry told the father the right thing. You don't need to marry that woman because you're already doing all of the stuff with her. There's no reason for you to marry her. And look what happened. And he did. And she probably getting information in there for those people as well. Okay? And it's not a secret. She's having dinner, luncheon with them, partying with them, dancing with them. She's them. Pretty much, she is them. And then the brother, the other brother, you have Harry, who was there to help him with his work. But instead, you go against him, so you get whatever coming toward you. Okay, let's continue. Whatever is there, that's it. Yep, the only logical conclusion with all the evidence and byline times, the bare minimum, a statement of intent to investigate, look into the allegation, even if half-heartedly. The silence is weird for UK media tabloid that on a whim can just create a story from a non-event for clicks. Okay, that's the only reason the media is so quiet. He has something on all of the people in power. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just look, it's the same playbook, okay? The same. In other words, let's just say what Epstein is what Wooten is. I don't know. Well, yeah, in a way, yeah. There's sex involved, having people do different things, you know, and have them and video and all of that. Almost the same thing. I don't know if there's underage with Wooten, so I'm not gonna say this. Okay, whatever ByLine have said allegedly, okay, this is what I'm going by. Okay, so whatever it's like, okay, whoever's on top who deploy Epstein and Wooten are the same group. Okay, you know this about the institution in the UK, you go do that. Try to get these people on camera and compromise position, wording, you name it. Have them on camera. So this is how we're gonna get them. In the US, you have the Maxwell Black Book. It really on internet. Just go Google it. There was names. They don't release it. The court, the judge, whoever was overseeing that, did not release the names that were in the Black Book. But we know some list of people. They said there's businessmen, politicians, you name it, that were on the list. So almost the same thing that's going on. But the thing with the US though, with the look what happened to Dominion with facts. Okay, you running your mouth like crazy, but there's the court system who held you accountable for your nonsense. Okay, that's that. Yep, okay, I read that. That's the only reason the media is so quiet. He has something on all of the people in power. Then Wooten, Prince William's man, and I have learned the crown has to be protected at all costs. Wasn't Jason Kunoff knighted? It sure is. If Dan Wooten is still blackmailing his colleagues to stay quiet, it's possible ByLine is already in receipt of this information and will release at the optimal time. We know that his past employer are talking to legal, and boy, do they need it. Dan Wooten exposed. Okay, the victim there have the choice but to go to an alternative news team to have the public know what he is capable of is very obvious. This is bigger than we might think. They are afraid and they are complicit. Very Epstein-like. That's the thing that I was saying. I swear I didn't even see this. I was supposed to stop above, but I decided to scroll further down. There it is. Very Epstein-like. That's it. Okay, it's all concerning. I'll go into that. There's two comments under there. Okay, it's all concerning, and what's more so is nothing at all is happening about it, and they don't care that we know that. Scary. Okay, or they are afraid of something higher up. That's it. Who could that be? I wonder. We'll have a read in a minute. Alright, so let's go into that, and then after that, that's it. Okay, first thought, second thought complicit, my thought exactly. Okay, so there it is. If you know what's going on, I mean, you don't need to know every single little detail, but when you know the overall of things, okay, you could assume. All right, next tweet. So I'm done with the ByLine. I think that was the only thing that I came across regarding residual of yesterday's ByLine thing. All right, so now we are into this. All right, this is the moment that shook the palaces to the core. None of the others ever received this type of attention. That's when they purchased the bots and trolls to damage their reputation. Meghan Markle. Okay, I've said, okay, I think many of the Sussex squad have said this is the moment. I think even Heavy have said that too. This is the moment. Maybe. But the next tweet that I have, this, when I get to it, I'll share with you. But I don't think this is where, well, then again, based on this caption here, that's when they purchased the bots and trolls to damage their reputation. Maybe that, yes. Maybe I will agree with this one here. When they start purchasing the bats and whatever. But the other one where all four of them were on stage, that's where I think their radar went up it started, where they know, oh my God, mayday, mayday, we have a problem kind of thing. But this one, I think I will agree with this one though. That's when they purchased the bats and troll to damage their reputation. This, I will agree with that one for this image. But this is not where it all started. Okay? It started way before that. Okay, so let's watch this. I think I have it. Is it? No, on my PYTE intro. Alright? 23 seconds on. Alright, so this is where it's. One thing I have to say, they sending Harry to do all of these. Meanwhile, what they were actually doing is Harry collecting, okay, each places that they sent him, where the other one did not want to go, probably, in my humble opinion. Meanwhile, Harry was just collecting. He was collecting supporters. He was collecting his army, kind of. Okay, that's one way I will say it. When they keep on sending him overseas to do all the stuff that the other brother did not want to do, in my humble opinion. Okay, yep, final straw. They thought, hope she will fail, and before they left Australia, they were calling Princess Meghan the people's princess. Oh, really? Okay, Harry and Meghan are the moment. Okay, so that's it with the comments here. This is extra. Okay, a lot of people propaganda is falling apart because the people can actually see Rachel Zane, Meghan Markle, father on suit. There's that. Okay, I wasn't gonna go into it, so let's see here. It is falling to the organized troll or everywhere trashing on their nonsensical talking point to see if anything lands. None of it is landing. There's the laugh. I love how non-royal watchers are shutting them down. They just want to enjoy suit and peace. That is true. A lot of conversation regarding suit. That is true. They just want to watch it in peace. Okay, all that nonsense about her never wanted to identify as black or mixed race. Yes, the whole narrative that she never acknowledged her mixed race heritage always confused me as Suits fan who'd been well aware of it, seeing as it was written in to her character. Not only was it an awesome partnership, but it showcased Rachel Zane's ethnicity in a very lovely way. Chef kiss. Okay, no one who has seen Suit thinks she's white. She's light skinned, but she doesn't look white at all, in my opinion. That's true. Okay, I only know him as Greer from Jack Ryan. Yep, that she never claimed black narrative.
A couple years ago, I heard someone call my mom the N-word. So I think for me, beyond being personally affected by racism, just to see the landscape of what our country is like right now, certainly the world, and to want things to be better. Quite honestly.
Why? Oh, they're so salty. They can't get over she chose to leave. Yes, the woman of color left a limited space that allowed her to occupy. LOL. Okay, so that was extra. So I just sneak it in since it was there. Alright, let me add it. Okay, so you guys could know where to get it. It's not supposed to be in this arrangement, but it appeared at the bottom of the last tweet that I was doing. All right, so let's go to the next tweet where I felt like where everything started. Okay, this is where it started, right here. I've said it from day one. I dispute Harry. Even Harry said it. A lot of the squad who were way before me, ahead of me, who knew everything about Harry and Meghan. Well, I don't know about Harry and Meghan, but who knew a lot about Meghan. I said no. This is where it started. This here. Okay, when Meghan said, especially women have a voice, they don't need, you know, I'll put the clip here instead of me trying to say it.
I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact. I think what's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth, or women's empowerment as well, you'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that, because Women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice. They need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen. And I think right now in the climate that we're seeing with so many campaigns, I mean, with Me Too and Time's Up, there is no better time than to really continue to shine a light on women feeling empowered and people really helping to support them, men included in that. I mean, it makes such a tremendous difference. So.
All right, let's read the caption here. This was the breaking point. The royal family understood that Meghan Markle wasn't like KKK, just going to be a mouthpiece. She's been fighting for so many causes, and she knew what she was advocating for. Instead of seeing that as empowering, the royal family saw her as a danger. All right, the men in gray suit. Okay, they're the one who sort of running, giving advice how things should be. They're the one who probably put the nonsense in those whoever the royal family's head. Meanwhile, if the royal family had a mind of their own, I think the queen probably did. Okay, and the queen probably embraced it. Maybe Meghan was what the queen was on the inside, but couldn't really express it. I don't know. I'm just saying it out of the blue. I never said that before. But I think Meghan was the silent voice inside of the queen that the queen never had a chance to express. So when Meghan come along, the queen admired that part of Meghan. I don't know. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing my humble opinion here. But the institution, okay, men in gray suit, they saw it as a threat because this is not the narrative that they were going through. When you look at their past, their nonsense that they've run through the entire their existence, just look at their history. It's just barbaric kind of behavior. Okay, so Meghan's kind of narrative did not fit in. So that's when their radar went on. Okay, a danger in showing them all up. While her work ethic, her wonderful way with people, how caring and humble she was with them all. Yep, she will definitely show the body lot of them up. They saw it as a danger because they were mediocre. That too. Because the voices that they were trying to suppress in the UK, there's Meghan here trying to elevate it, and they were like, no, we don't want that. The same thing that I've said about those kids in school. You know, when Meghan went to the school, the kids were showing her how to do the thing with her arm. Okay, when I saw that picture, I was like, oh my God, Meghan was a bright light to those kids. The possibilities, you know, you don't have to stay in the position that you are in. You could work hard and get yourself out of there. But the institution was putting them down. So Meghan was the counter of what the institution was. Not that Meghan was fighting the institution, but what Meghan represent, what she stood for all her life was, okay, do what you gotta do to get out of the situation that you are in. So that's not what the institution wanted for the young kids of color and stuff like that living in the UK. Meanwhile, Meghan was the opposite. Was like, okay, they give you this, they give you a lemon, make lemonade. They give you that, you could do this. You know, this kind of thing. The same thing when she went to the Greenfield, okay? And she asked, okay, you're doing some wonderful work here. I'm paraphrasing now. Okay, how come you're not doing it every day? Oh, we don't have money. We can't do that every day. Okay, so what about a cookbook? Do a cookbook so you could get money to do it every day. This kind of thing. Okay, this is not what they want. They want you to suffer. They want you in need. Okay, they deprive you of all the means to, you know, the basic stuff. They take it away from you. So when they need you, you do some stupid things for them. So meanwhile, Meghan is saying you don't have to degrade yourself to do certain things. You could, you know, strap up your you know, pull up your bootstrap, wrap up your sleeve, go to work. Do what you gotta do and get to work. You don't need them to put yourself down for you to do things for them. Okay, you could do those things on your own. So meanwhile, the institution was like, no, we're taking those things away from you so you could do this for us, this kind of thing. I'm just saying, I'm paraphrasing, but you know, you get my point, hopefully. Okay, sorry for your bad stutter. Yes, the royal family did see her as a danger, a lying nurse. Nah. With all those lying you guys are saying, how come the court keeps on agreeing with her? What about all the stuff you guys been pulling up, calling, the court system, all the nonsense that you guys are doing? She even call you guys to court. The court agree with her. All right? So you guys, you need to be blacked if you can't see reality. All right? The way she's looking at William is like, what the hell are you saying here? They're opening their mouth saying that they think that they're saying something good, but it's just BS coming out of their mouth. Okay, let's see here. Where was I? The way, okay, danger. Okay, the way she's looking at William. Am I right to assume that you are KKK members? No decent person will want to advertise or even mention their name on Twitter. Shame on you. Okay, well, I don't know. Okay, I think this monument turned Kate against Meghan. Kate was pregnant and felt frumpy and insecure next to Meghan Markle, hence the overreaction to Meghan's kindly meant remark about baby brain. Kate also knew that in a battle of the wit, she was unarmed. Kate wielded her seniority to bring Meghan down. Nah, that's her fault. So she left everything to them. So deal with your nonsense that you have. I don't know. British royal family and Queen Elizabeth II saw Kate mediocrity and laziness before and after marriage, but Charles and Camilla had to be rehabbed. Literally weeks before November 2016, there were complaints about the lazy work, shy, frumpy, boring duo. Then races started, but here they panic. The wrong prince and princess were the heir.
Yeah, I think there's another factor here too, that Meghan is a very professional woman, and she's very American in that way. And the male-dominated culture, the royal household, doesn't like the kind of terms that they would use there, pushy and pushy American. They don't like pushy Americans, meaning that they don't like professional people who work hard. And a lot of the Debbie kind of girls who get to work inside the palace work from about 9 to 12, and then take the rest of the day off. And Meghan was very impatient with that. She wanted to see a new work ethic, maybe a work ethic as strong as the Queen's herself.
We get her. I, me monologue. By the way, are you include in her monologue to save the world? What the hell is this? Okay, but okay, grow up. Okay, grow up to what? We're having a really adult discussion here. So what's your problem? Okay, so you're just showing yourself to say black me. Okay, that's what it is. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, leaking to the press. All right, so there's this here. Multiple voters have said point blank it was Kensington Palace that was leaking, which means William and Kate. At the time, they were bragging. Now they want to cover it up. That's their fault. Who knows? Usually the truth come out. When I work in newsroom, every anti-Harry and Meghan stories came from Kensington Palace. Let's listen to this.
When actually it's Harry and Meghan's war on the press and the media.
That's
and
true.
as they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us, we wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why haven't...
And if it comes from Kensington Palace,
Right.
why are they briefing against their own grandson?
Well, yeah.
That's it. I think I could be wrong. When I was reading the ByLine time, could have been 1 or 2, the first part or the second part. They said that Dan Wooten was having some sort of a competition with someone. I think it's her. Okay, I think it's her. I'm not 100%. But let's continue.
Okay, that's a very... The idea...
Why are there never any
Well, I think that's
stories
fascinating.
about Prince William?
Were William and Kate involved in briefing against them originally? I don't know.
You know very well. You know very well. Because from what I've read from ByLine, I mean, every single one of them have some freaking dirt. I learned that he uses his daughter, back then I think it's the 10-year-old daughter, to not pay tax. I mean, all of them are grifters. They're calling Harry and Meghan grifters, but they are the one. Oh my goodness, I read it in one of those ByLine investigate regarding the Dan Wooten thing, either part 1 or part 2. Definitely not yesterday one, the one that I read, episode 5, part 5. Okay. Oh, did I finish it?
That's a good point. But having a war on the media, I don't know whether that's worth the candle. Lucy in Hampshire.
He knows very well. Okay, and now the palace is covering for Dan Wooten. As one of the journalists at the forefront of reporting on the fallout between Meghan and Harry with the royal family, make no mistake that William is aware of a great deal of what went on. It played a significant role in the breakdown of his relationship with his brother. Okay, let's see here. Much of the royal establishment wanted to cover it up, so too did many journalists who are enslaved to the royal PR machine. But it's satisfying to see some of the reality, often denied by the palace, when I was reporting on it, start to emerge. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, they're all a baggage for God. That's all I'm saying. Okay, this is it. This is more discovery. I don't want to go into it because I don't have it on my list. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh my goodness, thank God Harry and Meghan gathered there, because there's no way Meghan could survive in this type of behavior, blackmailing and this and that. I think if they ever had anything on Meghan, Meghan will come out and release everything. She doesn't give a F. Okay, you have this on me, I'll come out and say it, and then you tell me. Phew, this is not a really healthy place to live in. No wonder why we could understand Harry now. Definitely we could understand Harry. Why he never what is it? Is it the UK or what's the place in the UK? Something. Maybe when I'm editing I'll remember. That's why he prefers staying in Africa. Okay, next tweet. Do you guys remember this amazing moment in New Zealand when the Duke and Duchess of Sussex went on tour? The rest will never be able to keep up, as we see now, with Soot being rediscovered again. 29 seconds. I wonder how Meghan was feeling at the look at the security in the back. I wonder how Meghan was feeling when she heard the theme song of Soot. I mean, that's very nice. That was very nice of them to do that. And there it is. Couple years later, Soot is being rediscovered. It's #1 on Netflix. This is what happens when you embrace everything that you do. You stick to your principle. Iconic moment, the tour that shook that decrypted institution to its core, the tour that rattled kiddies born and sent the raging eggs into tantrum. This was so fun to watch and great for her, seeing firsthand how her real fans adore her and show up for her. Okay, she hated the whole thing and create havoc in the government general's house. What? Okay, I don't even need to read. So this is why people are starting to understand why Harry and Meghan left. Nonsense like this. Nonsense like that. Unfortunately, she proved herself unfit for the royal. Okay, if you think so. But she's out of there. She left. She left. Okay? So there's no reason for it to show. She left. She was more than fit. She just wasn't going to put up with the bullcrap press and palace who tried to derail her successful work. That's it. Okay, so I blacked this one. No need to see that one. Why do all Meghan herders look the same? Dry up hookers. Oh my god. Those dry up hookers who can't give away a blowjob. Oh my god. Oh my god, you see what's on the screen. If I read it again, I'm gonna react the same way. Okay, I black a lot of them. You want a pen out of that of that shot, crowd thinner than Kate starving herself. Oh my god. It was at this time the palace was briefing against her to the media. Her being amazing during this tour shamed the others who could do the same with ease. Unless you personally have proof of meeting her, thus determine her personality, you're just full of shit. Okay, Harry was the most popular royal, and look what Meghan has turned him into, and he's still popular. But you could say whatever you want. They will never have royal tour again because they left. They decided to left. This is their choice. They're making it seem like they were kicked out. Harry and Meghan left. Oh my god, they will never have royal tour again where crowd gathered to see them. Believe me, if they did, they will. Okay, Harry is still the most popular royal. Okay, that need to be blacked anyway. Okay, Harry is still the most popular royal. What you need to focus on is whether the monarchy itself is popular. Between the obsession over Meghan and the royal being booed and protested and met by thin crowd, doesn't seem people want them touring anywhere in the future. Okay, my god, what a brilliant asset this woman was for the regal gal, and yet they can stand to let her shine even though it will benefit them hugely. I don't know what went in their head. Well, then again, when you see the infested thing that's going on right now, this is what they wanted to do in peace. Meghan will counter that. It's just Harry and Meghan left for them, for the rest, the left behind royal, to do their crazy things, you know, whatever way they see fit. But Harry and Meghan wanted just peace. Okay, they literally want an enterprise that is for show and PR photo only. Real work and endeavor are not appreciated. It's the facade thing. They just want to show, pretend. That's all they're all good about. Kill and hate saw this. Okay, Will and Kate saw this and went nuts with rage when they could have sat back, let them shine and go on school runs that they are so desperate to do. Everybody saw this. Okay, I told you what I would have done. For those who are new, I've been saying this. Okay, if I was Kate, I would be like, Meghan, tell me what you need. Since I'm more senior to you, I'll advocate for you in the palace to see how you could get funds to do what you need. All you need to do at the end of each project, make me come along with you and then to cut ribbons. That's all. And I'm pretty sure Meghan will find ways to work with her in a way that is respectable. Okay? Meghan will do most of the talking, and then whatever, they'll give her a 2-line to say, and then that'll be it, and then bam, they all get credit for it. But no, they only want one to get the credit, when in fact it will benefit the entire institution. I don't know. I really don't know what went in their head. Okay, I would love for someone to put all their tour together and just have a big watch party. Their tour were iconic. Beautiful moment. The welcome was so lovely to see. Okay, all they had to do was nurture her and welcome her, and that would have made all the difference. But no, they chose ugly. And this is what the Queen did. The Queen actually was doing that, was giving Meghan the platform and allow her to shine in ways or none. But the others, the one who were gonna take the throne and the future one, they hated that. So hey, Meghan said, okay, adios. And then Granny said, I'm out too. I tried to put you on a better path, but you choose ugly, so you live with it. I'm done. Okay, as a member of Commonwealth, just imagine what good this woman could have done, but the royal family was consumed with hate and jealousy. Absolutely. I'll go into that, and then that'll be it. Let me read this too, then go into that. There's 3 comments. Absolutely. And this is just one of the example of how much Meghan and Harry were and still love and adore around the world. Okay, I remember waking up early or staying up late to watch live or new videos. I'm still sleepy. All right, so let's go into that. How Meghan would have helped the Commonwealth. Okay, their loss. Queen Elizabeth II could have done something about it, but for some reason, then I think she did to her best of her ability. And let's keep in mind, the Queen private secretary was replaced. The one that was actually looking out for the institution was replaced. But Charles and Andrew replaced that guy and put Edward Young. I think the good one was Gates. They remove him because he will focus on the crown. When Charles and what's the other, Andrew, wanted things that he felt was not right for the crown, he rejected them. So Andrew and Charles put head together to get rid of him and put Edward Young, the one that they could manipulate, because he was easier to deal with. He will give them what they want. So now the person who was giving the queen good advice was no longer there and left with Edward Young, and probably Edward Young was giving the queen bad advice based on whatever Charles or Andrew was telling him to tell the queen. Okay, so the queen probably have to listen and said, okay, whatever. Remember, the crown was what the queen was all for.
I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and to the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong.
And I think at the beginning, the queen was doing her best to welcome Meghan. Okay, so keep that in mind. That secretary that they replaced, she could have done more, yes, if she had a mind of her own, but she always had to go with her advisors first before she make a decision. All right, when those kind of questions popped up, whoever's her secretary and whatever logical thing they tell her, logical or illogical, and the queen have to think, okay, yes or no or whatever. But if she had a mind of her own, she would have said what's best. And then they got rid of her. And you could see how when Harry and Meghan will say, look at the one of that CBS show where Harry did that thing, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and drank tea on top of the bus and all of that, where we find out they talked to the queen. The queen sent Archie things and all of that. So all of this, okay, rattled them. So they had to get the queen out of there, in my humble opinion. Next tweet. New celebrity crush unlocked. Meghan Markle's on fire. Suit on Netflix. Okay, one of us. These are the people who who's just starting to find out about Suit, and they're loving the show. Okay, Father, forgive me, I have sinned. That little boy. I spoke about it once. Look at that little boy looking. All of them. Well, not all of them. These three. From the guy in the back, there's this one here, and that little boy here. Okay, they all are looking at Meghan. Okay, Meghan came to say adios. There's that. Okay, there's this. Join the club. There's that. Okay, back up the line, babe. There's this. I'm not surprised. She is a beautiful lady and talented. It's Meghan Markle, not Meghan. Why have you only just started watching? It's been on Amazon Peacock for ages. Use squatters with a silly coordinate social media campaign. The thing is that not everybody have all these social, all these streaming services. You have to pay for them. Not everybody have money for that. Okay, my husband was thinking of getting rid of Netflix. I was the one who told him no, because there's other things that I like, and little did I know that was way before I knew Suit was gonna be on Netflix. Okay, but now it's on. Whenever I have the chance, I watch it again. Okay, be prepared for royal haters. Don't be intimidated. But yes, Meghan is on fire. Next tweet. Okay, they are mad because she is everything they wish Bond could be. Poised, eloquent, intelligent, classy, grace, beauty, kind, the total package. All right, so there's that. It's 1 minute and 15 seconds. I think that's during the Invictus where she was introducing Harry. Let's listen.
Now, it is my distinguished honor to introduce someone that I think you'll all be very excited to hear from. He has also spent many late nights and early mornings planning for these games to make them as perfect as possible for each of them.
Okay, I've raised this issue before. There's a music. I'm probably gonna stop it. I just heard the sound of it. I raised this before, where Harry spent many late nights doing work for those games. I raised this issue before. There's Meghan bringing it up during the Invictus, saying, hey, he works even late at night to do a lot of things. Okay, those final product we be seeing, there's a lot of work that goes behind it. There's Meghan who's saying it right there. Okay, I'm gonna mute it now. I have that somewhere. Maybe I'll put my version in it. Let's see.
I could not love and respect him more, and I know that all of you feel the same, because he is your fellow veteran, having served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan and 10 years of military service. He's the founder of the Invictus Games and the father to our 2 little ones, Archie and Lily.
One thing I have to say, when people are doing music with voiceover, one of them have to be louder. The one that you want people to hear has to be louder than the background. Okay, the music itself should have been lower than Meghan's voice. Okay, so yeah, I'm not even gonna continue it because the sound is too loud, and there's a possibility I might get flagged for it anyway.
Please welcome my incredible husband, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex.
Okay, envy and jealousy from her haters is an ugly disease. It has eaten there to the pound. They are now just zombies ready to pounce at the moment of her name. This speech from Meghan was so heartfelt and touching. Prince Harry was moved and so emotional. A beautiful moment to witness. May their love continues to grow and their union showered with abundant blessing. Amen. Made him weak in the knees to hear his wife so much admiration about him. Every righteous man's dream. Okay, my heart too melted. This moment was so emotional. You can feel the emotion coming from both of them. Their love is beautiful. These 2 beautiful souls love them so much. She really is. Okay, she really it is. Yep, she's the list. Harry told us that she is. Agree. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, there's that. For years, derangers tried to convince us that Meghan was a bad actress and that Suit wasn't a great show, only for Suit to do very well on Netflix, and so many people showed love to Meghan. No matter how hard they tried to bring her down, in the end, Meghan always succeeds. Yeah, I did a video when they were saying she's not an A-list actor. Okay, and I did a video, not an A-list actor. If you are go on my other channel, PYTE, I explain to you why. When you look at what's is it Weinstein or something like that, what happened in Hollywood, now every now and then there's a couple things that's coming out. Okay, Corey Feldman have been saying it for years, the sexual things that's happening in Hollywood. Okay, go watch that. This is the point that I raised on that video. Okay, why she's not an A-list actor that the UK people want us to believe. Okay, she's not selling her body for a small little role that comes and go. Okay, go watch that. I respond to that already. But you should have seen. I mean, there's a lot of people when they see a thumbnails. I know there's people who create things for clicks, but they didn't even watch the video. Some of the squad, yes, some of you, okay, you saw the thumbnails and you start bashing me. Okay, and I keep on saying, just go watch the video. I don't know if those comments are still there because I respond to them and I left them. Okay, and I said, just go watch the video. Don't worry about the thumbnails. This is what they were calling her, not the A-list actor. Alright, so I put that as a thumbnail, and then you go inside and see why she's not an A-list actor that they expected her. Okay, me too, that's the laugh. I saw a tweet now, they're changing their narrative from nobody knew Meghan before she joined the royal family to nobody knew Meghan before Suit. Oh my god. I would like for... Okay, nope, Netflix, let her do her role for them. I like her acting, hope she can do more. I would like for that to happen too, but she doesn't want to return to acting. Okay, let's see here. Okay, maybe for the right project, I hope so. There's that. Hey, it pays to think for yourself. If you do it, make you so very comfortable with the decision you make. And still she rises. Amen. I watched it then and I'm watching it now and enjoying it all over again. Suit on Netflix. If it weren't for the mean-spirited lying, she would have so many detractors. The Central Park 5. Okay. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. It's funny that this is a commercial, by the way. They're promoting it here. Alright, next tweet. I'm a California girl, born and raised, so flip-flops and cut-off shorts are my go-to look. An easy Angelino uniform, so to speak, but for my role on suit, I'm dressed in Alexander McQueen, Tom Ford, and Prada almost every day. And therein lies the difference. For work, I wear art. In real life, I wear clothes. Meghan. I always said, way from the beginning, when I started covering her, got to know her more. Okay, I knew of her existence as this actor, figurehead. Okay, I knew her, but as I look deeper, who she really is, the only thing that I come out, I say she's a Valley girl. Go back to some of my old videos on PYTE. I say she's a Valley girl through and through, and this is what she's sort of explaining here. She didn't put it that way, but right, let's see here, 22,000 plus likes before meeting Harry, but nobody knew her before. There's the rolling eye, the audacity. What was it? One of the squad who follow her on social media put a screenshot of her, how many followers she had on IG. It was 3 million, and I compare it with some of the royal family before Bats. Okay, before they were pushing Bats, it was what, something thousand. Okay, compare million with thousand. That's all I'm saying. Okay, people say he has changed. I did change, and I'm glad I changed, because rather than getting drunk, falling out of clubs, and taking drugs, I now found the love of my life, and I now have an opportunity to start a family with her. Prince Harry. 46 seconds. Let's see here. Please make it no music. If there's music, I'm just gonna mute it. There's music. Alright, so they're just showing pictures. Okay, I thought there was a video of him saying it. Okay, that's that. Okay, right, it's really weird when you think about it. However, you know what they say, if they can't control you, they try and change the way people perceive you. They've labeled him as a weak and damaged man, but you know who are damaged and that's cesspool? It's not Harry. Who in their right mind wouldn't like this couple? They are so weird, twisted people in the world. Okay, jealousy and miserable being. Okay, and having amazing sex with a woman he loves, he hates them because he ain't them. Oh my god, let's see, all of this, there's the laugh. On top of that is the respect he has for his wife. In fact, he's not ashamed to publicly show affection. He's always complimenting her at every chance he gets. They have strong connection together, which most people lack nowadays. Okay, so there's that. Looking out for her with her high heels. I'm telling you, she mastered that. Look at her, he's looking at her, making sure that she get off safely. There's that. Look at them. I think that was the picture they took, either the second date or something. Wow, the connection. Okay, and who would not be happy about the change? Sad people whose life is going nowhere, right? It's miserable people who wish to live their lives, specifically Meghan's life, as they feel as though they do better job if they were married to Prince Harry. I mean, Harry would have choose them if that was the case. I mean, Harry said it. He traveled around the world, met countless of people. I did a video on that on PYTE. Go watch the way that I put that video together. Alright? Sheesh. And that's why they are mad. They can stay mad until Jesus come back, but truth remains, Harry chose her and he loves her with every inch of his soul. Their hatred will never win if they're trying to separate them. Okay, Prince Harry is happy with his gorgeous soulmate Meghan and his adorable children. He's content with his little family. That's why. That's the key thing. When you are content, there's some people who will never be happy, and this is where the problem is. Okay, Prince Harry is happy with his gorgeous, okay, he's content with his little family. The future king, aka older brother, is still do that, getting drunk and taking drugs. On top of that, still cheating. Yet it was Harry who was labeled as a bad boy or partying prince. That's his problem. Okay, my husband's family says he's changed too, and guess what he did? He quit putting up with their bullshit and stated standing his ground with them. Family is best at gaslighting when they know they can no longer control you. Even friends are like that too. Good for him for standing up for himself. Wonderful. A beautiful collage of pics set to music. Thank you. It was absolutely beautiful. Next tweet. Okay, so this is my last thing regarding Oh no, it's not the last one. We're getting Harry and Meghan. Okay, never apologize for being a powerful effing woman. Okay, at no time, not ever. There's that. It's just fact. Okay, even like a Barbie version, she looked great. Oh, did they did a Barbie for her? I didn't know that. This is the first doll that actually looked like the person. Wow, it does look like her. The other one can never pull this off. Iconic. That's a different language. This is just a pretty picture, or even just a powerful woman. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. Wow, this picture really looked like her. Not picture, the doll. Yeah, it is a picture of a doll. All right, next tweet. I know I had to put this one when I shuffled through Twitter. There's the squad coming back to this moment. Okay, this was my favorite scene in South Africa when Meghan said no cupcakes. Our baby Archie was like, well, look at his head going after the boob. This is my first time seeing this photo, and what I've learned is children or a child does tell the truth. Archie's action illustrates familiarity of a food source. Yes, Meghan Markle was not a mere wet nurse. She provided mother's milk. Simple action counter barefaced lies. Okay, oh gosh, I remember the deranges were claiming that Meghan was not breastfeeding Archie, that they hired a wet... Oh my... Really? Oh my god, blah blah blah. Archie and his innocent just shut them up. I swear, this is why if the squad don't bring it up on my time, I will not know. And you see how many people I've blocked when I'm recording. I don't follow these deranges. I didn't know that was a thing that they were saying. Oh my god, this one I like it. Archie and his innocent just shut them up. Okay, he loved his food. The man said, whip out the boob and feed me in front of the camera of the world media. There's a laugh. Okay, a baby gotta eat. These kids are ridiculous, aren't they? I wish they took at least one cupcake back to the hotel just for him. Sticky finger. They don't want to deal with sticky finger. Yeah, maybe if they took with them, because they probably put it for them, so at least show. Who knows? I don't know. Let me not put my opinion here. They put the cookies and cakes right there and expect him not to go for it. The king said, I'm getting something. I'm with you on that one. It was very unfair. The little guy loved his food. You see, Harry and Meghan, you better make sure you give Archie what he wants when in front of the camera, because the squad gonna come after you. In an innocent way, obviously. Look at his face here. Oh, this one is smaller-ish. Yep, he's going for it. You know what's really funny? It doesn't matter, human and animal. The minute that they're born, well, human you have to teach them, but like animals who born live, like cows or pigs or something like that, they always know where to go for the milk. Just watch this. The minute they were born, they always know where to go to get their food source. Okay, their mom's tits. All right, next tweet. So now I'm done with the Sussexes. I have two more, this one and one more after that. Okay, it has nothing to do with the Sussexes. It must be said, Africans stolen and forced into enslavement on the other side of the planet already had skills: agriculture, metalwork, carpentry, construction, healing, diplomacy, caregiving, exploration, cooking. Yeah, then teach us a effing thing. You didn't even wash. That is true. I raised a lot of these topics on PYTE. About the Moors, I raised that. What else? Some architecture. I don't know what I've said about architecture. The pyramid, the colossal monument in Africa and all of that. Long and behold, when I went to Statue of Liberty 2 days ago with the kids, there's a video that they were showing. I should have recorded, where they were saying the Gustave, the architects behind the Statue of Liberty, the idea of colossal monument kind of thing was aspired by what they see in Africa, those big monuments. Okay, so they wanted something like that. Go to Statue of Liberty, you'll see that thing. Go to the museum part. Okay, you better preach. The white man got a God complex. 50 freaking 2 years. Okay, 50 freaking 2 years ago, they told us this. What did they tell us? And they down bad because the first time, and maybe ever, folks are waking up more and more to what black people have been sounded the alarm about centuries. It's why they're so pressed about what their children are learning and what they are teaching or not our children. Whiteness is terrifying. I retweet this out. There's 22 quote here. Let me see what I've said here. There's mine here. Okay, this deserves a retweet. Look how they try to dismantle the school system. They're pretty much hurting themselves in the long run. We will find a way no matter what. We'll find a way in terms of learning. Okay, so that's my retweet of that. Let me go to the next one because I'm already past an hour. All right, next one. When you look, okay, let me start. Next, what is it? When you look at January 6th, a lot of the people, they went to top universities. Sometimes even one of the Josh, what's his name, the one who put his fist up outside of the what is it, outside of the Capitol, like he's with the protesters and all of that, but when they stormed inside the Capitol, he was running. All right, these people went to top universities. Then they know any difference? Did they learn anything? Okay, so whatever. This is why I said they could try to dismantle the schooling system. We will find our way. Okay, we were not black African American. We're not supposed to learn to read. We're not supposed to be educated, but yet they find their way. Even during slavery, many of them find their ways. The kids who goes to school, they find a ways to get the kids to teach them about reading and writing and all of that. Okay, I forgot which. It's a very famous person. I forgot his name. Okay, let's do this one here, and this is my last one. Woman gropes a character performer and he forces her to leave. There's the looking eye. 16 seconds. My God. Alright, girl harasses Gaston and he rightfully forces her to leave. Alright, is my comment there? Yeah, there's my comment down there. Okay, whose side are you on? So they're talking about that. Alright, so there's me here. Alright, as a woman, I'm with Gaston. If it is pics she wanted, all she had to do is stand next to him and take the picture without touching him. He told her nicely at first to leave. If he did that to her, you know, it will have been some kind of inappropriate touching, lawsuit, etc. Let him do his job in peace. Alright, so I agree with him. It's almost like those guardsmen in front of the palace. All right, when they start doing their nonsense, they scream at them. So why is she touching him? Why? There was no reason for that. Okay, he's trying to keep his distance. I agree with him. Okay, these are the things, you know, I talk to my kids. Don't be in a room with a girl. Okay, and I was talking to somebody about that, and she said, yeah, even a boy too, they go that way. So always be alert where you are. Yeah, she's not supposed to do that. He overreacted, in my opinion. I don't think so, because this could lead to something else. Okay, what if she touched this and then start touching other part? No, just stop it before it goes further. Okay, this is a kid's place. That's not overreacting. What she did is inappropriate and sexual harassment. I think so too. Okay, there's no reason for that. There's absolutely no reason for that. If he was the one who did that, can you imagine the scream that you put? Okay, so that's that. Let's do a prayer. Am I done? Yeah, I'm done. Prayer. I didn't think I had more to share with you, but I grabbed some good one. Prayer for why the word retrospect? Why? I don't know. Okay, I just put the word. It just came in mind. I put it. I don't know why. Okay, Damet explained that what he is asking in his retrospective prayer is that God should have saved his son at the time of the disaster. The problem with Dumfet. Okay. How do you pray to forget the past. Okay, let's see if there's a prayer on this. Okay, let's pick this. Okay, I am grateful for all those dark years, even though in retrospect they seem like a long bitter prayer that was answered finally. Okay, you know what, let's leave it, because that word, I have no idea why it popped up in my mind and I decided to type it. Prayer for retrospect. Okay, so those dark times that Harry and Meghan went through, okay, in retrospect we could see what their core values are, what they stand for. Even though things don't go their way at the time, they stand with the truth, with their belief. That's what in retrospect I will put. Okay, so that's that. People are starting to discover that they did the right thing, okay, for unnecessary nonsense that they put them through. Alright, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I have a Patreon account. If you wish to be a member, let's say if I were to create membership on YouTube, do it through Patreon. Okay, I share other things. It's just started, that you're not gonna see a lot of videos now. Maybe in a couple months you will see more, but as I just created it. For like 2 years I've been saying I'm gonna do Patreon. I never did, so I finally did it, because now I decided I will not create membership on YouTube. So if you want to be a member, if I were to create a membership on YouTube, just do it through Patreon. Okay, I have $5, $10, and $50 if you wish. Okay, the $50 is a little bit exaggerated, but you don't have to. But there's some people who's willing to do it, so I'll say thank you. That's all. All right, so that's it. Let's see this analytics. There's that. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better